Well, hello, me chooks. Matt here. So, it's been an interesting week. With Totally Inappropriate, I'll be doing like a weekly thing where I'll just talk about random stuff that's happened over the week. Stuff I've watched that I probably wouldn't normally talk about. And yeah. So, firstly, the thing that I watched recently was Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. Yeah, look, I mean, I like Wallace and Gromit. I have enjoyed The Wrong Trousers and A Matter of Loaf and Death. And don't remember Were Rabbit. I have seen the Academy Award they won when I was at DreamWorks, but that was the only time I've really had anything to do with Aardman. I used to love Morph. If you've ever seen Morph, he was hysterical, and I think there's a lot of stuff still on thing. Like I remember going to the Aardman exhibition and seeing Morph with his little box, and it was like I'd met like my childhood hero. He was just so cheeky, and it's great for kids. If you have children and you have YouTube, just put on Morph for continuation. They will love it. But yeah, so I've been a fan of Aardman's for a long time. However, Vengeance Most Foul. So okay, it wasn't awful. I watched it all the way through. You can see there's been a definite shift with Aardman. You can see that they've gone for the DEI stuff, whatever, you know. But yeah, the one thing that really annoyed me was that their quality has sort of gone down a little bit. Not so much in the writing. I think Bob Baker did the last few. I think he's passed away before he was actually anything to do with this. I did try to see him in the credits, but I think he must have passed before they actually finished. Actually started this. So yeah, the quality's gone down in the production. I saw how much they actually spent on it, £20 million. And I kind of wanted to see where the money was. So, look, I have all respect for these types of artists and animators that work just, for a few. Stop motion animation is the hardest, and you really got to have some patience with it. And so, yeah. So, Wallace and Gromit has sort of gone towards the CGI added stuff on top of the stop motion animation. So it doesn't seem as tactile, and it doesn't seem as one world. And that was my main problem with this particular film. I just felt that, maybe it's because I grew up on Rankin and Bass and earlier Wallace and Gromits, where everything was there rather than, to add later in post. And so I did have an issue with that. What I didn't have an issue with was the characters. A lot of them, like, what there are of the characters anyway, there's very few. Like, they didn't go out of their way to make the place seem more alive. It didn't seem to have as many people populating it, and I think that was detrimental to the actual story, I mean, I understand that, you know, you've probably just got to animate more people walking around and that, but it just seemed a little bit empty. And so I wish that they'd gone a little bit forward, a little bit more. I just wish that they'd taken a little bit more care with it. It did seem rushed. It's been so long since we've had a Wallace and Gromit of this calibre, and I felt it was a little rushed myself. I know it's probably taken them about 3 years to make, but it just seemed rushed. But that said, I did enjoy it. I find that particular characters of particularly Gromit in this episode, I just felt really I felt Gromit was more personable in this one, and you really felt for Gromit, you know? I mean, you really feel for him for every poor old Gromit, you know, having to live with Wallace, but you know, the fact that, you know, they treat him like, well, he's a dog, so he has dog's needs, like he needs a pat and all that sort of thing. And that's the sort of thing being a dog lover like myself, you know, it's knowing, you know, just when you say, you know, you're a good boy and stuff like that, they love it. They absolutely love it. And, you know, they look for you to say that, you know. And yeah, so I just found Gromit more personable in this episode, and the character of Feathers McGraw, who, spoilers, comes back. You can tell he's a mean mother. He's a real mean mother, and so I really enjoyed Feathers McGraw in this one. I liked him in Wrong Trousers, but I think probably I'll let yous all see it for yourselves on how it all plays out. I wish it had gone in certain other directions, because it's probably going to be another 20 years till we get another Wallace and Gromit. So yeah, check it out. It's actually really well done. The animation, the story is serviceable for what you get, and it does. The time does fly by because you do enjoy them. I really enjoyed the character of Norbert. he was really cool. The little gnome, and I don't know who did the voice. It was a little annoying, but I think that was the whole point. But yeah, check it out. It's really good. While I was doing the video, I got a knock at the door from Amazon, an Amazon package. So this is a book that I ordered called Ray Guns and Rocket Ships, the vintage science fiction book cover art. And I've just had a quick squiz of it, sort of thing. So if I can show you probably images, I don't know, I'll get in trouble. So back in the 40s and 50s, this is what they used to think space would be. It's quite funny. I love stuff like that. It's just like, look at that. That's awesome. I love that cover art. That's great. See, a lot of this stuff has been lost, and it's all collected in here. So this is from Carrero Press, by the way, who I actually did some work for once, but they never ended up using it. So, but yeah. Some people have also commented about my weight loss. They also seem a little bit concerned. Don't be. It is intentional. I'm just doing a lot more exercise and getting out and touching grass. And that's the way it should be. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I hope this hasn't been too boring for you. If it hasn't, please remember to like and subscribe, and to also comment down below. And I shall see you all again very soon. Who am I? I'm Matt Pott, not Tom. Matt Pott. See you next time. On various YouTube items. And so my dog is playing with his chicken. He wants me to throw it. Anyway, I'll get to it in a minute. Charlie, I'll play with you in a minute. Just let me do my video. I love you. Anyway, thankfully he got the silent chicken. I've got a noisy chicken as well, but he just prefers that. Anyway, so now it's the cow. I love that dog.